It's match day preview again. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good afternoon. Good morning, everyone that is watching me right now. And I'm here to preview the latest Grimsby Town fixture, League 2 fixture, as we head into a game with two former Rotherham teammates. That's right, as David Artell comes up against Paul Warne at Milton Keynes. They played together for about 6-7 years at Rotherham, and both sides have had a similar start to the season. I'll take you through Artell's pre-match thoughts, which he did yesterday with Matt Dean, and I will also take you through all the stats and all the good stuff building up to this game against Franchise FC, as they are called in the football world. But we'll start with the team news, and not really any new injury worries to really come about. It looks like players that missed out on Tuesday, a lot of them will be back for the game. Obviously, Cam Gardner won't be there due to Cam being in the Scottish under-21s, who is playing tonight, by the way, as I'm recording this. So good luck to Cam with the Scottish under-21s national team. But yes, no injury worries. A few people that are coming back from injuries will be back available again. People are wondering why hasn't the game been called off. You need a minimum of 3 first team players out to basically make a postponement possible. But it looks like with people that are going to be returning, it's pretty close to a full strength team heading towards the MK Dons game. In regards to Henry Brown's suspension and red card, I'm sure many people know this now. Henry has had the red card rescinded, which is absolutely the right decision. I can't see what the referee was thinking of when I watched the incident back, and I think he was itching to get cards out, really, I think. And but I think after that, but Henry will be available for selection for the MK Dons game. Now, MK Dons have got some good players. They really have signed some good players over the summer, really spent some good money. But Paul Warne, a very good manager at these levels, obviously a very good player when he was at Rotherham. And, you know, Mendes Lang was the signing that really stood out to everybody that had come in the standout at MK Dons for the signing. But they're a good side under Paul Warne, and you can already tell they've already improved from last year, finishing low down as they did at the end of last season. So they've definitely come on more leaps and bounds with that. This is going to be a difficult game because, as David Artell said in his pre-match as well, you don't always get the best atmosphere at Stadium MK. It can sometimes be a bit of a ghostly atmosphere. Sort of like maybe a training ground atmosphere, really. So, but again, we've still got to be at it because they've been a very, very strong side. Obviously, this also marks almost 2 years since David took over, and this was actually David Artell's first fixture in charge of the Mariners back in 2023. This was so he's going back there almost 2 years after he first went. So the first game of Artel's reign, it now goes to this one, and I think with no real new injury worries or any sort of suspension concerns now, apart from the usual ones, sort of like Jamie Walker, still maybe not unavailable, still unavailable, not unavailable, still unavailable. I think, with Jay's available and Danny Rose doing well in midweek, Kevin Green is back after his illness as well. So, a fairly strong Mariners side, I'm sure, will be played in that game. And I'm sure Milton Keynes will be very positive and very believe that they can get started. But if we look at a few stats now for the game, pretty much the record is pretty close to the same. In the last 5 games in the league, MK Dons have won 3, drew 1 and lost 1. Overall form is losing 2, drawing 2, winning 2 and drawing 1. The Mariners have won 2 out of their last 5 league games, 2 draws and 1 loss. The overall form though is 1 win in our last 5. As we drew the other 2 and lost the other 2, that being of course the fixture in midweek for the Mariners as well. If we look at the overall record between Grimsby Town and Milton Keynes, pretty tight in the last 12 games between the two sides. Milton Keynes just have the edge at 5 wins to 4 with 3 draws in that time. 15 goals to 11 in Milton Keynes' favour. That is a 1.25 goal score system, whereas the Mariners are just under a goal a game when we play. That equates to Grimsby Town basically a 33.3% win rate against Milton Keynes, but Milton Keynes just have the edge on a 41.7% win rate for Milton Keynes. If we look at the last 4 results between the two sides, which of course was last season and the season before. Well, the season before last season, which was in 2024, 24-25, sorry, was Grimsby won 1-0 against the MK Dons in the March, but before that at Stadium MK ended up being a 1-1 draw back in, like I said, Artel's very first game in charge. We took the lead in that game but got pulled back late on, and so it was kind of whereas last season, if we were to look at the results there, Milton Keynes got a 3-1 win in October over the Mariners at Blundell Park, even though the Mariners did go 1 in front. But at Stadium MK, it ended up in April, being a 0-0 draw between the two sides. So over the last 4 games, it's really unbeaten for the Mariners. Sorry, 1 win each. I was going to say unbeaten, then I just remembered about the game in October, but one win each for the teams and 2 draws. So not a lot to go into it, and been kind of tight, cagey affairs apart from the game in October. A lot of them have been tight, cagey affairs. I expect nothing more but the same for the two sides, and we'll just see who comes out on top. I know everyone says it, but I do believe that the first goal in games like this is key. And it could be anybody's, though. It's a flip of a coin game, this, I think. Especially with the way both sides have started. Milton Keynes, if you do want to flutter at certain places, you can find them at evens, which makes them just slight favourite, even favourite. 12-5 the draw, and 5-2 Grimsby Town can be found in certain places. And as we've known, the biggest victory is a 5-0 win so far for MK Dons. A 3-0 is the biggest victory for the Mariners this season. And obviously the longest winning run is 2 for each. And the longest losing streak is only 1, which is what we're on at the moment, league-wise anyway. So if we were to look at the league, this is how tight it is between the two sides. Milton Keynes lie in 7th, Grimsby lie in 8th. And this is how tight it is. We have the exact same record in results this season. 3 wins, 2 draws and 1 defeat. And we're that symmetrical, apart from, the only difference is we've conceded 3 more goals than MK Dons. They're on a +7, we're on a +4. We're also symmetrical in regards to, in the last result for the two teams, Milton Keynes lost 1-0 home to Walsall, while Grimsby lost 1-0 home to Bristol Rovers. Really, can you get more parallel than that between the two sides? But, it's going to be a tricky one, this. And I think every game is. But, Matt Dean did mention about, they have spent a lot of money. And Artel just rightly threw back at him to say, well, so Man United. And we still beat them. And, it is true that money is nice to have, but it's how you spend it rather than what you spend it on. It's how you spend it. And that didn't seem to phase Artel, really. And I expect this one to be a cagey game. I don't expect it to be... I expect it to be a competitive, lively game. I think there could be chances galore in this game. Really, it just depends on where that first goal goes or when it goes in, to how it's going to sort of set up. And I think David Artel's going to want to keep his play going, and obviously Paul Warne is going to have his style, and they play similar. Really, they like attacking football, both managers. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top in this one. Really, one of the most intriguing fixtures I think we've had so far. To be near enough, absolutely parallel with each other, or level can be with each other. It's a pick 'em kind of game, and that is what I'm about to do now. What do I think the score is going to be? I've always said that you take a draw away from home. You do. I believe you do. If you can get a point on the road, I'm going to go safe on this. Hopefully for a bit more. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between the MK Dons and Grimsby Town. I think that Evan Corey gets the goal for the Mariners, and maybe Mendes Lang for MK Dons. But a draw here wouldn't be terrible. Obviously, we want the win, of course we do. But a draw where MK Dons wouldn't be the worst. But why can't we go and do what Walsall did last Saturday and go and win at MK. But I don't think there'll be a lot in this. I think it will be a lively game, but I don't expect much to be in this. One goal either way could swing it. So this is a tough game. Let me know what you think down below is going to happen here. Do you think that Grimsby can bounce back from the Bristol Rovers defeat? Do you think we can make it 2 defeats in a row for MK Dons? Or will MK Dons make it 2 defeats in the league for us in a row? You know, let me know your thoughts down below. If you're going to MK tomorrow, safe journey. And like I said, Milton Keynes is the only place that seems to have more roundabouts than people. So hopefully you don't get stuck in those roundabouts if you're travelling down by car. But if you are travelling down, safe journey. And if you're not able to get to the game, it will be on Sky Sports Plus tomorrow due to it being international break. So you will be able to see the game on Sky Sports Plus if you cannot make Milton Keynes. So let me know what you think the score is going to be down below, and I will see you with a review of the game tomorrow afternoon as it goes, tomorrow evening. And let me know your thoughts down below. Please do like, share and subscribe and all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next one to review what I'm sure is going to be a cracking game. In the meantime, guys, leave your comments down below and I'll see you guys very soon. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, and I'll see you next time. Till then, over the Mariners, and it's the battle in Milton Keynes. What can I say? See you later. Ta-da.